I think out of peer pressure, and also, the bullying and everything in high school. When I was to Form 2, I told my mom, you know what, I don't want to go back to that school. I was rebellious that I was like, if you go to a day school, I will leave school. That was what I told my mom. She was not giving in. She was like, you know what, but I'm not taking you to a day school. I think her mentality at that time was, she was mentality, but she was afraid that as a girl, mostly if you go to a day school, you find yourself in so many situations that can push you to the wrong place. And I'm not lying, like 95% of the time, yeah, it can be true, because if you go mostly to a day school, you have so much access to being outside, mingling and everything. But when you are in boarding school, it's more of like you are here somewhere for the longest time, yeah. So that was, she used to view it. So she was like, no, you're not going to school. You will go back to school. I don't care. And you see, me and my friends, my two friends, Winnie and Zipporah, those are their names. We had told each other, we are not coming back to this school no matter what. We're not coming back to this school. So on opening day, actually didn't go there. The date I was supposed to go to school, like the opening day. So you see, the day I ran out. I ran from home. Okay, it was not for the whole day. It was for some few hours. I ran from home. Um, I went to some Catholic church, not some Catholic church. It was a Catholic church that I used to go when we were back in the primary school I had gone. So that is where I went back to that church. So I went, I cried, I was telling God, please make this happen. I don't know what, I want you to make my mom say things and take me to a day school. Sometimes God listens to your prayers and He's like, you don't know what you're praying about. You don't know what you are asking me about. So God was like, no, your prayer will not be answered. So go back. So I slept there. It was around, I think, 1. I slept till around 4. That is when I think some women came. I cried to God until I slept in that place. So at around 4:30, there were some women who were, I think, in the church. They saw me sleeping. And they came and they told me, hey, why are you sleeping here, Nini? I lied to them and they told me, okay, go. I told them I didn't have money. Yeah, I remember I told them I have lost money for transport and I don't know how I'll reach home. So they gave me money. I think they gave me 50 bob. Yeah, 50 Kenyan shillings. I went. So I don't know. God just has ways in which He plans things. So I'm here standing, waiting for a matatu to come. Then guess what? Another matatu it's like it had passed me and then they like reversed back. They came back. So I'm seeing my mom coming out of the bus and she's like, what are you doing here? The first thing I had to think about was there was no transport. There's no transport. That's why I am here. I don't even know how she didn't even ask me, why haven't you gone? What are you doing here? In the sense that, okay, if there's but then why aren't you at home? So when she asked me, when she told me, why haven't you gone to school, I told her transport was an issue, so that's why I have not gone to school. And I remember that what's his name? That conductor, that Madri guy. He was like, yeah, madam, unajua by the way, magari zinasumbua sana. And so my mom listened to her and she was like, okay, it's fine, it's cool. But now she had an issue, because you see, the school where I was in, if you have not reported to school that day, have a big issue and actually present it, like show it in, like I didn't come to school because I was sick, so here are the papers. So my mom had to go back into her pocket. She had to go and bribe a doctor so that the doctor could write a fake sick whatever note, so it could be allowed back into the school. Now when I'm going back into the school, I am so frustrated, I'm so mad. I don't want to go back to the school, but because my mom has said, I had to go back. So going back to school, those friends that we had told each other, you know what, me, I'm not coming back. Next year I'll not be here. Guess what? Okay, one of them was not there. I think she had transferred, but the other one was there. So we were looking at each other like, kumbe pia umerudi. It was just funny. It was just funny. Kinyanjui, hi. It was just funny because you can imagine you had told each other, mmejichocha vile mnaenda kuacha hii shule, mnaenda kutoka. You're coming back, you're seeing each other. You don't even have anything to tell each other because it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. So that was me and my friend. The other one actually had transferred, so we were just left the two of us. And I think after that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to cope up with this school, because from the look of things, my mom is not going to transfer me out of the school anytime soon. So I had to accept and actually join that. I decided, you know, if it's people bullying me, I will bully them back. Okay, not I cannot bully them, but I was like, I was going to like fight for myself and not fight physically. But I decided, you know what, I'm not so good in fighting physically, but I'm good in fighting with my mouth. So I said, my mouth is going to save me in this school. So that is how I was able to survive that high school. I decided I was not going to keep quiet. I decided I was not going to allow people to step down on me. So if you talk, I talk. If you try this, I try this. And I don't know if you have never ever noticed, most of the people who like to talk, 95%, they're not good in fighting. That is the honest truth. They do not know how to fight physically. Like if you put them in a ring and tell them, okay, let's fight, they will not fight. But they are very good at talking. They will actually tell you everything with their mouth, because that is the only weapon they have to fight for themselves. And I think that is how I was able to is it retaliate, or how I was able to protect myself in high school, just by talking. So if a prefect would be like, hey, you guys are supposed to clean the trench or supposed to clean the toilet, I'm like, me, no, I'm not cleaning. Am I the only person you have seen in this school that can do that? I am not cleaning. So I had that confidence in speaking, so it will make someone think that I'm tough. I was not tough. I was just trying to look for a way that I can actually protect myself, because high school, if you do not have something that can protect you, you'll be bullied to your life. I could see some people being bullied so bad. I used to feel for them, but I don't know how to help them. I'm like, survival for the fittest, I beg. If you cannot look for ways to adapt, I don't know who is going to help you. You do not have a big sister here, unless you have a big sister and she's tough. Because even if you have a big sister and she's not tough, the two of you will be brought together like this, na mkanyagiwe chini. So that is something I had to learn in high school, how to be tough and how to adapt to life. And I feel like also it helped me because my class teachers, my teachers, let me say, there's someone looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? Anyway, my class teacher, She was very, she was a guiding and counseling teacher, but she was very supportive to everybody in our school, in our class, that is. She used to build confidence in us, in the sense that, you see, I don't know if some of you have ever been in this situation. Like, there are some people who are very shy. They cannot be able to read or even just stand in front of people and speak, like that was the situation in our class. Most people were so shy that they will, every time we'll always have a set book. Yeah, we'll always have a set book. Hi, yeah, what is the name? I don't even know. So we'll always have this set book session. So she used to be our literature teacher, English teacher, and she will make sure that every single person in the class would read. Like there's no excuse, there's no running. It matter if you will read one sentence for the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes, she will just be there waiting and looking at you until you are able to read, So I used to get that confidence. I got most of that confidence from her, because the more she kept you reading in the class and also speaking to people, or even going to the front and actually teaching people about what you have learned in that set book and everything, it always gave me, let me say me, because there are some people who actually gained the confidence anyway, but for me it gave me a lot of confidence, it gave me a lot of energy, and I was like, you know what, I think this is for me, I think this is something I can do. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Yeah. Where are you from? I don't even know. Is it Aya, or what is your name? Like, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm not sure. Guys, those who are watching, please like. You're watching from India. Okay. Thank you for supporting. So, like I was saying, so most of the energy and most of the confidence and most of the things that most of us have, it's either from the people you have interacted with, either from the teachers. Mostly, I will tell you, from the teachers and your family. Like these two groups of people are the ones that help you to build your confidence, or are the ones that will actually bring your confidence down. Like there was a time, I remember my cousin, I'm in my salon right now, so let me just take you through. So this is my salon and everything. But I remember there's a time, I think in Form 2 or Form 1, I can't remember what time. Poa. Cutex. Si leo, mama tachapa. So, I used to have this cousin of mine, and she, I don't know, now is when I come to realize, I think she was just pouring her negative energy on me, but she used to make me feel like my self-esteem was very low every time I was around her, because she would tell me, every time I would say something, she would always have a negative thing to say. I remember there's a time I used to say, you know what, I want to make people's hair, I want to be able to just do people's hair and make them look good. And she was like, for those who are in Kenya, maybe you'll understand this. Ati, wewe ni hizo vidole zako nono unaweza shuka nani? Like, it was an insult. She was just telling me, like, she was saying my fingernails are big, too fat. and I cannot even make anyone's hair. And that's really made me feel very bad, because for the longest time that thing just stuck in my head, and I was like, you know what, maybe it's true. I cannot make something out of just making people's hair, but I loved to bring the beauty out of people in making their hair, making their eyebrows, just all this. I just love to do that. But because she had told me that, it stuck in my head, it stuck in my heart, it just stuck with me for quite a long time, until I had the courage to just be like, you know what? I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about what you said. I am going to go for what is in my heart. Because this thing of starting a beauty salon, this thing of just venturing into beauty and everything is something I want. So the fact that you said something, I'm not going to allow it to stick on my head. So I had to come out of that shell that she had put me through. Yeah? And that is something that I have come to realize as a person. The people you interact with, the people that are around you, will either build your confidence or just drop it, to just pull you down. Because when you have negative people, you never see the positiveness out of you. Whatever is, has some negative effect on you or some positive effect on you. So that is something I had to learn, and that is something I'm working on. Every time I see someone who is negative around me, who is bringing negative energy, I just build up boundary between me and them, and steal my joy, to come and steal my peace, to come and inflict and plant evil thoughts in my head that will make me hate myself for it. And you know, there are people who actually hate themselves in this world. There are people who actually just hate themselves. And it's not because they are bad, but it's just because the people around them have made their self-esteem to grow so low that they never see anything good in them. Like they never see anything positive. A lady was here just talking, and she was like, you know what, she was like, I don't know what to say because she speaks Swahili, so I'm trying to speak in English for everybody. She said, like, you know what, I think you are better off, because for me, I'm good at anything. Everything I do fails. Business, it's not working. I've tried marriage, it's not working. I've tried this, it's working. And I was like, it's not working because you have decided to sit in your head. Yes, things fail, but it doesn't mean you are a failure at it. It doesn't mean that you will never succeed at it. You think every person who started a business just lost out. There's some people who have started 100 businesses, they have failed, but they keep on going because they believe in themselves. So it's not about what you do, it's about what is of you that will actually determine the person that you can be. So that is something that I just wanted to share. I don't know how it came. I don't know how I came to this point. But yeah, thank you for everybody who has been listening. Thank you for everybody who has joined in my live. And yeah, if you can support me in any way, I will appreciate. All the details for supporting my channels are on the descriptions and on the poll down here below. So I'll appreciate in everything you do, and appreciate that for watching my videos and also supporting my channels. Okay, so thank you, and see you on my next live or video that we'll be doing.